Hello, welcome to yesterday's project. I'm working on a 2000 Cherokee. You may notice this from some of my other videos. Fixed the front end and haven't driven it a whole lot, but we're gonna do just a quick dirty alignment on it. And the only thing you need is a tape measure and some thumbtacks. So on these Jeeps, this thing has a lift, and I suspect nobody did an alignment on it because it's kind of worn on this outside edge. This one especially, this tire's pretty darn worn on this outside edge here. And so it would be towed in. So we're just going to do a quick dirty alignment. This might be useful if, say, you put a lift on, you want to get things kind of close before you take it up to alignment shop to have it done, or maybe you just got a wheeler and you want to get, you know, it in the ballpark. On these Jeeps, there's you've got caster, which if you do a lift, a lot of times when you get the control arms, you'll look and see what kind of lift you've got, and it'll tell you what to set the control arms at so that your pinion angle is correct, and so that the caster, which is the angle between the top and bottom ball joint, is correct. Camber you can't do too much about, so about the only thing we can set is toe. So the first thing I did was I wanted to make sure the axle was centered with the track bar. There's a hole up here which exists on this side too, this track bar mounts on. So I just measured from here down to the sway bar mount, and from here down to the sway bar mount, and crossways to see what the difference was. And I could visually see my axle was slightly this way, and when I measured it, it is about a ½ inch this way. And so what I need to do is extend this out, but this thing really just looks like a rusty mess. So I'm going to set the toe and go, as they say. So next thing I'm going to do is I've got this thumbtack stuck in the tire. I've got one on the other side. I took my tape measure and I measured from the ground up to the thumbtack. And I'm roughly 20 inches on both sides. So I'm going to just measure from thumbtack to thumbtack, which I've done already, and I got 54¼ inches. I'm going to rotate the tires around and take another measurement. So I've spun the tires around, and I'm going to go ahead and set it at 20 inches again. Okay, so thumbtack is roughly at 20 inches. I did the same thing with the other side. One thing to note is I've got this up on jack stands. All my jack stands are at the exact same place, and I'm on a level surface, and they're supported on the axle. So this thing is loaded like it would be just sitting on the tires at ride height. So I did measure from side to side, so I just took my tape measure, ran it across, had somebody hold it, and measured up to here, and I had 54¾ inches. So I had 54¼ on the front, 54¾ on the rear, meaning the front is nose together or towed in, roughly a ½ inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the tie rods and get that so that it should be about 54½ front and rear, I would think, once I get this straightened out. So this right here is, I'm gonna make it so that it's longer, the tires are further apart, and then this one up here, after I get the tires, the toe set and get it facing straight, I'm gonna adjust this so that my steering wheel is straight. Okay, so I took the thumbtack, measured on the back side, spun it around, remeasured on the front side, and I'm even measuring front and back with the tape measure. And so, okay, so I'm finished with my thumbtack alignment. I had the thumbtack in the front, measured side to side, spun it around to the rear, lined it up, measured side to side, and my toe is pretty much even. I got the same measurement for the front and rear. And so that gets me close enough for wheeling, or at least get it up to an alignment shop to have a little bit better job done. I'm just going to roll with it. So that's kind of the thumbtack alignment, pretty quick and easy. And hopefully that helps you all with some of your projects. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on yesterday's project.